Hello, now today on this project I'm working with a tile board. It's a Grant Westfield one. It's basically a Formica, but it's 3mm thick and it's pretty much double layered. So when it comes to cutting it, you can't cut it the way you cut conventional Formica by scoring a few times and cracking it. If you do that, that happens. Nice clean on one side, the other side's gone. Now as it's double-sided, as long as you know which side you're going to work on, you could get away with it. But if you're doing a cabinet, that'll show on the edges of it. So you can't do that, it's got to be clean cut. Now I tried many different tools when cutting this, and I found the only thing that cuts it clean, simple and easy, apart from a router with a trimming bit in it, which obviously does it, the only thing to cut main sheets into pieces is a jigsaw with a steel cutting bit. When you've got the board and you're cutting it, cut it with its face downwards like you would if cutting with a circular saw. It doesn't do much of a mark. If I can find the thing cut, here you'll see there we've got a reasonably clean cut there, or not straight, it's not meant to be straight, but it's no chippings on it. That side you'll see quite chipped as you go along it. So that's downwards, and that cuts it fine. Then when you want to, say for instance you're making a cabinet with it and you bond it to a cabinet, clean off the edges, you can do the same way as you do any other Formica by using the router with a trimming bit, and that does it nicely. Right, on this job I'm doing a combination of pieces for wall panels, the one actually on the walls, and a couple of pieces the one for bath panels. And then I'm going to be boxing a cupboard in that's already been built, that's in situ. That I'm going to be encasing in the stuff. So it's 3 different variations. Now the stuff itself is quite pliable, manoeuvrable, and when you get a big sheet of it, it's got a warped feel to it. So I'm putting it on the wall. This is the side we're going to be using. I bond it first to a 6mm ply using contact adhesive. I'm just using a very conventional contact adhesive. It's reasonably cheap price, so it's not that bad when it comes to doing a lot, because it does take a lot of glue. You bond it to a piece of ply. It's only 6mm ply, but it's made it very strong, which is what we wanted. More to the point, it has made it so that we can now use the standard 10mm profile trims. They fit into it, whereas before they didn't. It's too floppy. And the reason for that is the trims that come with this are more finer profile and smaller. But we'll be using conventional boards in other areas of the bathroom and using conventional trims, so we want it to match that. So thickening that does that. Then for the bath panel, obviously this is one of the bath panels. This is the end panel. So bonding it to plywood gives you that strong feel to it, and then we can profile it in, although we'll have a bull nose going down the corner of the bath, and then do the other one. And that basically is it. As I said, when you're trimming off, you'll see here, very nice finish, and that's because that was done with a router. And you just trim it off like you do with any other Formica. It's quite simple. Right, now I've got another bath panel to trim off now. I'll get on with that. Now when you're doing this, you've got to bear in mind the tiles need to match up. So before I router this out, I would just, this being the long panel, it's going to turn at this point and go down the bath. I want this one to match with that one. So that will do it. So I'm taking, just cleaning up the top of that. That's all I'm going to do. Now the method in which I use to set these is I'm just clamping it to a piece of wood, a big long piece of CLS. Clamp it enough to stop it moving. That's not clamped to the table. there. And I'm going to clamp it about halfway so I can now round to that bit and then take this clamp off, put it over there and do the next bit. That should be enough. Yep, that's not going to move. I'll see you what, so it's not going to move. Put the third one on first before you take the second one off. Just make sure there's no movement out there. And take that one off and run up to there. Okay, the next bit is a measurement. The bath panel itself wants to be, at that end, 51. At this end, 50 and a half. So that shouldn't move anyway, yeah? Okay, the length of the bath panel, as I've measured, is 1705, which is a little bit unusual seeing as that's the standard 17. But in that case it means that there's something going on the wall end there that I need to pack out for. And here I've got, 1705. But that's too big because we're using this. On the outer nose there we'll be using this. And that means that there we've got to deduct that amount. 14 mil. So yeah, standard 15 mil we need to take off of it. So I can feel there I've got a little bit, I've got a tile edge there at 1 centimetre. Here I've got almost an edge. Now as we turn the corner we've got half tile, but we're not going to be trying to perfect the half tile. There's a good chance a lot of that will disappear anyway. And you see quite a bit of it disappears anyway. So we're near the edge of a tile. Coming around the corner, we're not going to bother too much about it. So what I'm going to do is trim this till it's level with that tile. Then I'll measure that end and get it true. So we'll square that with this bottom. The top's not straight, not square. So we'll So there we are, a set of pre-made, custom-made bath panels that will fit the bathroom, match the panels on the wall and everything else, and will last a good long time. A little bit tedious to make, but unique pretty much when they're done, because nobody else will be able to go out and buy them.